Squad, welcome back, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Look at us. Look at us 2 times in one day. Who are we? I don't know. But I hope y'all are doing well. I hope everyone had a good, fun double eviction. I certainly got the result I put out there before we said goodnight. I got a bingo. So 2 thumbs up, already having both of them. Lovely times indeed. And now we're in a position where we are going to get to watch the HoH play out tonight. Now, I don't know what HoH comp we're getting. My assumption is spinning discs, which means we are going to be live for a total of 15 minutes for the HoH itself. So there's that. But I think ultimately for me, what we will win in, what we've got, is the fact that we get to hang out before then. So we're chilling. We're chilling. Hello to everybody once again. Eminem says, Ism was good, Eminem. Walling, hello. Shelly, hope you're doing well. Live in the building. We got Sal's here. We got Gina, was good. Corey, hello. Podshot, thank you for the 58 months. Appreciate you. About to go to bed, but hi. And enjoy the endurance comp. Thank you so much, Podshot. I intend on it. Hopefully we get blessed. I saw people saying, pressure cooker, please don't toy with my emotions, because our biggest gamer is not competing, and that would have been great to see. I don't think it's pressure cooker regardless, though. So watching the episode, Sea Blue, no spoilers, don't worry. Actually, I'm lying to you. I will be spoiling. So please finish the episode if you're trying to stay unspoiled. Because I feel like just being in here, people are going to mention what's going on. So if you're not going to want to know that, I would say avoid. Let me turn on this light here. I feel like it's too dark in here. There we go. That's better. That's better. That's more appropriate lighting fixture here for you. All right. Let me say hello to everybody else. Mr. Freeze, welcome with the 55 months. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Ready to go sleep through the comp? Hell nah. Oh, I don't know what's going on, but I'm here. Lavina, how do you not know what's going on? Come on. Of all people, Lavina, I know you're tapped in. One of the happiest I've been in a double eviction. I don't know how long me and double eviction don't usually get along. Usually double evictions break my heart, right? And like a toxic relationship, I come back hoping things are different this time. Gary Rose, let's go, Vinny. First time chatter. Welcome in, Gary Rose. Hope you're doing well. The song's up. Thank you, Corey. You got double bingo. Love that. Yeah, I thought bingo was going to be impossible to get, but I ended up getting it on a buzzer beater, but we'll take it. You're in a different hoodie? I am. I'm wearing the old school Pooya merch. Yeah, I'm wearing my own shit. They should be back up with the comp pretty quickly per Pluto on chat BCC. Love that. Hate that this is Vince Keanu versus Ava Ashley. I mean, it's essentially turning out to be that way. First time joining, Jorge, welcome in. Hello, hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy your stay here, Jorge. Such a good double eviction. Couldn't have been better. Low-key couldn't have been better. One of these men oh, actually, I'm lying. It could have been better. It would have been better if Lauren went out on Vince's HoH, so Vince looked worse for the result because Vince had no business putting her up on the block. That being said, the 2 people I was looking to see leave left, so I'm fine. I'll live. One of these men has to go this week, and I think it's entirely possible. It just comes down to this goddamn HoH comp, which we don't know what's going to happen. Been shouting out, Kelsey got me a bingo. Yeah, the love you, miss you real quick. Sora, welcome in. Welcome in. Sorry, Sora, how do I pronounce your name? Sora Kiergaard. Sora Kiergaard. Who's my top final 2? What do you mean, Palm Leaf? Be a little more specific. Ro, thank you for the 11 months. Appreciate you. I want her out on his issues. Exactly. But you freestyle my bingo prompt, Evicti roast Vince, and then it happened. Kate, I missed it, if I'm being honest. I don't, or if I did neglect it, that's my bad. But I may have missed it. Look at that nose. Whose nose? Are you talking about the feeds? Sora, perfect. There we go. I know the results, obviously, but how was the episode? Banger. This was probably one of the best episodes of the season. The audience was laughing a little too hard at the stuff Kelly was saying, but it is what it is. You know, I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum, certainly. Also, I was able to finally get my wireless headphones to work with stream here, up here, because I've been having an issue with that. I have to wear the big over-ear headphones, so I'm happy to have freedom and have my, you know, my ears exist, y'all. I have ears, believe it or not. Now they're a part of me. Times I've been over 6 times? Okay, well, sorry, Kate. It was so fun. I'm convinced the audience are all CBS employees. I think I know at least one person who was there tonight. I think at least one person was there tonight. Lauren Crickets. Lauren gave me, and this is the thing, I sometimes feel like, Lauren is a very inoffensive player to me for the most part, right? Didn't do anything, didn't really contribute much. But to me, that's almost more offensive to me that you are inoffensive. And her interview kind of gave me all of that, right? Just very blah. Just like, I don't know. Like, Julie's asking you quick, this is your moment. Like, give us some answers. She's like, I don't know. I don't know. I was like, I don't like this. I mean, again, mind you, I act like if I was on television with hella people looking at me and I'm getting interviewed by someone I've watched on TV for 20 years, I'm going to act very cool and nonchalant when I'm very much chalanting. So I am a bit of a hypocrite because for all I know, I'm like buckling in that pressure. But bruh, come on, it's been 70 days. You got nothing for me? You got nothing for me? People on Twitter saying BB27 is better than 26. The first half of BB26 was cinema. The second half was dead. That's how I remember feeling, if I'm being honest. This season, it's been hills and valleys, ups and downs, but my God, has there not been something entertaining happening almost at every corner? As if we're ranking it based on gameplay, this is like literally you could put this in the bottom like 5, probably. I say this again, someone who doesn't remember much, so don't quote me on that. But I could see this being a bottom season as far as gameplay quality of game goes. But as far as chaos goes and entertainment, I think we had plenty. Now, how are you measuring this? Based on the summer we had with it? Or are you measuring this through the episodes? Because I think no season for me is good television on episodes at this point, outside of a couple of the older seasons. Because I don't think I could go back and just watch episodes only. And I'm not going back to listen to every live feed update, or I can't watch all the live feeds from prior seasons. So it really comes down to the vibe that summer. And I feel like this summer, okay, you know what? We have time, right? Someone yell at me when the feeds come back on, so I can just be on it, okay? So it's just yell feeds all caps, because I don't have it open right now. I have it like in the background tabbed out, okay? So let's go back. Let's rewind. So week 1, Zay versus Rachel, iconic, great, that was fun. Zay leaves, boom, thumbs up, cool, chill beans. Week number 2, Jimmy wins. Yeah, wants to throw out Amy. Nope, bit of a midweek, nothing really exciting there for me that I recall. Week 3, Adrian ends up leaving despite being somebody who was, who people thought would be there a lot further, and someone who we thought would be like a chaotic person ended up not being a chaotic person. Then we had, let me see, what else did we have? Who was after that? Was that Zach? No. Shit, was it Zach? Was Zach 4th? No. Who was the 4th boot? Did he really go out that early? Yeesh. All right, let me scroll back up and read what y'all are saying, because I can't remember all this. Do you think this season is better than 26 or not? I don't know. I mean, I literally just hit you with the Lauren. I said, and I said, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like as of right now, like 26 for me was a very, very hard, like, back end. It really was. So I don't know. But the first half was like cinema. Like I said, first half, I was loving every bit of it. You couldn't peel me off of the feeds. Thank you, Brie. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Julie was begging Lauren to tell Vince. I mean, she was certainly hoping something would happen. The fact that she was supposed to be Superman and Nicole was her favorite, and she didn't even know which season Nicole was on /1. So I said Superman, I meant Superfan. I mean, the end game is certainly more exciting. Yes, the end game has been a lot more exciting. And I think that, I feel like, and this is maybe a take of mine. You tell me how you feel about this, how it measures up to you. And I'll turn off the music. Should I turn off music, chat? Quickly just sound off. Music on, music off. Is it too distracting for you? Because if it is, I have no problem removing it. Just please let me know. Okay, so for me, I feel like it's a lot easier to have a fun first half of the season almost by default. I feel like by default, off, don't really have preference, off it is. Okay, off it is, that's fine. I feel like it's a lot easier to have a fun first half of the season almost by default. There's hella people. It's a fresh season. I feel like we come in with this like energy and readiness to accept whatever season's thrown our way. And there's chaos usually. There's people who don't fuck with each other. There's like a new alliance every other day. It's a lot easier to have a easy, fun first half of Big Brother. I think it's infinitely harder to have an entertaining or fun second half of Big Brother, the back end. And I feel like this back end has been great. And I feel like, I say great, it's been hard carried by a couple of players, because let me tell you, the back end got skewered when Rachel got taken out of the game. It would have been so much more fun if Rachel was there. And I truly think it would have hit a caliber unknown to us. I think it would have been amazing. That being said, Morgan and Vince and the Vorgan thing and Keanu's chaotic nonsense and Ashley's like, you know, low-key energy, like they've been delivering on entertainment. Like I said, if we're talking strategic, this is a bottom tier season. I feel like if you're watching feeds 24/7, this is a bottom tier season. But I feel like if you're looking at it from the side of, you know, a little more summarized, I think it stands alone. It's been entertaining. Sorry, I'm choosing to sit down because I know I'm gonna want to be standing up when we get to the feeds being on. So for right now, I'm conserving the old energy. Also, remind me to not yell too much because my throat is still sore from earlier. All right. If production wouldn't have fucked everything up with the White Locust, it would be a really fun season. I agree. BB26 stopped immediately after Chemo and T-Core blew up the Pentagon, and that's how I remember it also. They did something, and I thought, oh my god, here we go. Season has been like kicked wide open, and then it just died. This season has the icon that is Keanu. Oh my god. The summer we had for sure. Bottom 5 season strategy. Entertainment wise, pretty fun. Survivor Gabon style Big Brother. There we go. It's the closest one, people say. Do we think feeds will come up after West Coast airs? Like, will it be another hour? So I went ahead and checked. Luda, I checked when I went live last month when we did the wall comp. And I went live around now. And then if I remember correctly, within an hour, we had them back. And I think that Unlocked has already been filmed. Because they would have recorded with James Gunn immediately after James Gunn left the stage, practically, or the show went off the air. So they've recorded that, and then while that's been happening, the West Coast airing has been episode's been airing. We are now, if I do my math real quick, West Coast is at 8:53, and if they started at 8, that means they've got what? They would have started at shit. Yeah, if they started at 8, then it would be. We're supposed to finish at 10, right? So there's another hour before that happens. But given that usually we wouldn't get feeds. Usually we would not get feeds by now. So given that we got feeds already, I don't know if it's going to wait till I guess it would wait till the West Coast. I guess it will wait till the West Coast. Well, either way, I was like, I'm going to get sleepy if I don't hang out. So here we are. And we can talk Big Brother all the way there. Because I feel like I'm not alone. I think some of us, if we are not, we will get sleepy if we don't keep engaged. So, this summer, wild, chaotic, bad gameplay, messy house. I agree, Dramatic Ginger Fish. Also, if you're hearing me read a message and you're like, where's that coming from? I am a little bit behind y'all, so I'm catching up with you right now. This is bottom tier season. I mean, again, it could be. It depends on the metric you're using. Morgan, Irwin, Russo, Pierzina, Ryan will be a top tier winner. Ryan! Oh, for the veto wins? Okay, I was like, what? Mickey taking out... Oh, Jimmy was the boot for. You're right, Red Wings. Mickey taking out Riley's HOH. Yeah, that Riley's HOH steal only to then kick out Jimmy was chaotic. That was nuts. Ben, thank you for the first time chat. Welcome in. Morgan would be a pretty good, in my opinion, good winner. Sora, is that what you're saying? You're back from the recap. Welcome in, Tom. Sir, how was the recap with Quinn? Crows, thank you, month number 50. Appreciate you. English, Muffin, thank you, month number 41. Chat, not to be distracting. Is my fan too loud now? You let me know if the fan is loud or the fan needs adjusting. This season only drama because of the cheat mans. And without them, we would have been in shambles. Dum Dum says off for the music for some chatter. Welcome in, Dum Dum. Oh, sorry, Mystery Dum Dum. My bad. I think mine has been more exciting because we had the fear of Rachel going up. It depends on what you want in a season. This has been only had 1 week where it was miserable when Rachel was evicted, but the gameplay has been bad, really bad, and I don't like any of the players that much. That's very fair. And I think that's the thing. If your metric is gameplay, this is bottom tier. This is absolutely trash gameplay. It's probably the worst group of newbies we've had in a long time who've tried the game, their hand at the game. But for me, Big Brother is about more social and the people and how they operate with each other, the delusions, the reads, the manipulation that comes into play. And we've got plenty of that this season, which I'm happy about. And then it's fun when it's like when the bar is set in hell and someone then has a strategic thought, you're like, shit, that's the next coming of Dan Giesling. When it's really all they've said was, oh yeah, there is no backdoor because we have competitions to play. It's like, oh, you figured that out. That's so good of you. That's because that's how bad things have been. So I don't mind that. Know anyone that has applied to U.S. normies traders? Me personally, no one's reached out to me. Is why this season is good. Yep, there we go. Then you off making it here. Okay. Oh, Lone in the building. What up, Lone? That cat should win HoH. These are some beautiful cats we're seeing on the feeds right now. Delivering telenovela, which is fun, yes, but my God, Vince is insufferable. Again, Vince is not having fun playing Big Brother. He will lie to you at the end of the season saying he had a good time and this was his dream. This is a miserable time in the Big Brother house. Can you imagine the feeds with Rachel there right now? I don't even want to because it'll make me sad. Atomic, welcome and hello. Did I get taller or did the world just sink? I have a standing desk, so I just sat down. The season died when Leah didn't take the shot at Chelsea. That is very fair. A janky week. Do we know the comp yet? Sorry, just got in. We don't know the comp yet, Beth. Where I'm thinking it's the spinning disc one. Remember to sip your beverage, but you always forget. Beverage sip. Oh, this is almost empty. I'm getting a Red Bull when the comp starts, so we'll be fine. Or in like 20 minutes when I inevitably need a pick-me up. Let's see. Okay, I'm catching up with y'all now. Wall comp was a month ago, yes. C. Finch says takes time to build the comp too. This is true. First time chat, also welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate y'all, chat. All right, let me catch up. So I'm gonna scroll past you a little quicker here. Where my keys? First time chat says Morgan Diabolical mind tricks on Vince. I live for that kind of stuff. Ryan for the veto. Yes, you see the vision. Exactly. I mean, I don't see Ryan for any other reason. So it worked out that I figured it out. I'm enjoying the entertainment of the season, but Rachel's Limb ruined it for me. That's very fair. At least we got Morgan going with the gaming lately on the feeds and not stopping. If you're married, how can you also be engaged? Sorry, I'll see myself out. Boom. Braden with the one-liner. Quinn is awesome, says Palm Leaf. Can't hear the fan. Perfect. Thank you. I can't be hear your fan over my own fan. Perfect. Y'all are psychotic if you don't think this season is good. There's not many HD seasons better than this. Macosaurus, you see the vision? The Cheat Man's is so fun. Exactly. Bree. And thank you for the first time chat, Bree. Welcome in. Morgan keeps collecting last names. Love her. By the end of the season, we'll see how many she's got. Steffi says, if Keanu has made it this far, I feel like Rachel could have made it far. Exactly. I think, again, outside of this one way, Taron pulling his hair this season. Yeah, so to go back to the thing we talked about, like the bottom tier versus top tier, for someone like Taron, this is a bottom tier season. Like, he has had to basically create a reenactment persona that is Vince to stay sane. And that is an insane thing to say. It's kept him engaged by him morphing into Vince. I worry for the man because he's become Vince at this point. He really has. Also, I have a line prepared for when if he puts on the beanie on the live feed update tomorrow. So we'll see if that happens. Who do we want to win? I keep going back and forth. What are your thoughts, Walling? Bad gameplay, but the entertainment social aspect has been incredible. Thumbs up. I want Morgan or Ashley to win, I think. I mean, listen, call me. If I'm having it my way, that's exactly how I'm having it. Pat says I use the veto on myself. Wow, a new Dr. Will. Exactly. That's where we are now with the season. Do you think the season would have been better with no blockbusters after Jury? Let's see what happened. We'll see. For first off, Keanu would have been gone because he did win a during the post Jury era. So for the Keanu fans, no, he would have left. Who else would have left? How many rounds did it go? I think obviously it's better when people have to put you on the block with a worry that you can come off, which we get with the veto. But then I like when the back door happens, I think people forget, like, yes, there's been seasons where the back door happens or the post nom vetoes suck ass because of the fact that the players already kind of know what they want to do, and they're like, well, it's locked, there's no wiggle room, so we don't care. And I hear that argument that people say the blockbuster makes them play all the way to Thursday because they are not guaranteed to have the person they want out because the comp could change everything. So I do appreciate that element of it, but I think the element that is lost is the ability to play the game when you are suffering, when you are done, when your death warrant is signed and you all but like you're basically guaranteed out. How do you play out of that situation? I think it makes some players way too complacent. I think it makes some players think that their game is stronger than it is, like a Keanu, who legitimately has and should have been gone 3 different occasions if not for the BBBB being there. Now, am I saying that I haven't enjoyed Keanu being there? Of course not. Keanu has provided a lot of meme content for me, and I'm very grateful. That being said, I feel like it overinflates egos of competition players. It also makes competition wins that much more important and something you have to consider. And like if this was a school course, you are talking competitions with the blockbuster on top are now worth 50% of your grade because of how often you get them. Then 25%, let's say strategic, 25% social. This season, it is strategic is 10%. We don't even give a fuck about that. Then it's 40% is like your social and the connections you've made. And then 50% is the comps. So a player like Keanu thrives in this course more than a regular course where it would have been 30 30 30, like 33 33 33, or like 40 30 30, depending on how you're looking at it. So from that regard, that is a little bit more tough to swallow. But again, it's Big Brother in the modern era, so the comps have always been scaling heavier. I think that for me, I don't like that it's that way, but you have to consider the fact that, I'm sorry, they're competing in 3 comps a week, right? They're competing in 3 comps a week. If someone is averaging 1 win a week, you have to credit them with doing something right. And they've been winning when there were more people, and now they're winning when there's less people, and they're winning with different combinations, and they're winning different styles. Like Keanu has right in front of us won physical comps, mental comps, puzzle comps. Like what has he not won? And like you have to consider that. I know the question was, would it have been better if there was no BBBBB during the jury phase? I think the short answer is probably yes, but I was making more of a point of how I feel like it makes some players way too complacent. They don't try as much. There's not enough like heat in the belly of I could leave, let me campaign harder. It's like, well, let's see what the comp is. I don't like that. Anyway, let me catch up with you. Cool, is the best? Hard agree. Who wins spinning disc? I'm worried that's Keanu. It's going to be hard. Spinning disc is a tough one, Like, think about how much of your body you're putting on this little itty bitty disc, and you have to like stand in a way where you're not like bending with the rope. So it could be tough. Main girl, welcome in. I got you. I'm gonna keep y'all awake as much as I can, and y'all are keeping me awake. So I appreciate you. It goes both ways. I really have a sneaking suspicion Vince wins HoH. I honestly, that's exactly what I thought, Crocodile. Watching the double eviction, I was like, this is how Vince we come back to feeds and Vince's HoH still like nothing happened. Do we know if it's a live comp on live feeds? It is. Where's my keys? It is. I guess it's Vinny tonight. He wants that HoH bed too badly. Well, Vince is also talking a lot before the feeds went down about how he feels like his only way of winning now is or his only way of making it clear that his game is not Morgan's game is getting rid of Morgan. So if he wins, I'm very intrigued to see what the fuck that guy does. I just meant that they only had access to the comps for the episodes. Gotcha. Can't think of a season with the endgame so entertaining, even the feeds, to be honest. I mean, we're at Final 5, and I'm talking about cracking a Red Bull. That usually doesn't happen. Lauren was 1,000% putting Rachel up that week. And honestly, Amy, I wanted that. Because I think for me, I wanted to see, like, I think I mentioned this the night we got the feeds and we found out that Rachel's no longer in the game. I wanted to see Lauren put up Rachel and have to face Rachel, confront Rachel, right? I don't think Rachel would have taken a nomination quietly. That would have been a fun bit of drama to see. I feel like Kelly talking all that shit, they could have gotten into a fight. I think there was so much popcorn missed out on from that twist alone. So that's unfortunate. You have Taryn and Emmy. Can't keep the live feed on when the animals are in my cat attacks the TV. Oh, that's true. Our cats do the same. Taryn playing Vince as Esper and Goose Goose would be hysterical. That's if he wants to. Maybe he wants to move away from it for all we know. Could have been Turbo. First time chatter. Welcome in. Cheat Man's plot got me back in after Rachel left. It's been the best storyline we've had. He's turning into Vince. I've heard him drop several F-bombs when he wasn't even doing the impressions, and that's never happened before. Vince has made Taryn start saying fuck quite comfortably. I feel like before, it was like when a child swears and you kind of freeze because you're like, they're not supposed to say that. How do I... Don't laugh. Do not laugh. How do I act like this is normal? And now he's saying it every fourth sentence. And I'm like, welcome in, Taryn. Welcome fucking aboard. Ashley almost won HOH. I was rooting for her, but happy for Morgan. I would have rather Ashley won and then Morgan could compete in this. I think that would have been better, but I agree. I was very happy as well. Shenanigans. Who do you think is best to win HOH for fun feeds? I mean, Vince, listen, I know y'all don't want, some of y'all don't want Vince, but Vince winning would be, because his and Morgan's friendship would be interesting to watch play out, especially now that he's basically all but told Keanu that he would put up Morgan. So if he's going to put up Keanu, that would be funny. So that would be interesting to me if that happens. Because is he going to put up Morgan? Is Morgan going to convince him to do something? But I think for my own personal, it would be fun to see how Ashley is in HOH. She is the only person now in that house that we have not seen have an HOH run. I understand that Morgan's HOH run lasted 40 minutes, but let's be real, Morgan's HOH run was last week, okay? So seeing Ashley at the wheel would be very fun. I'd be very down for that also. Taryn made Vince more likable with his impressions. Really? Because I told Taryn, if he does any of his book narration as Vince, I'm out. I can't listen to that. The noms are probably completely different if there were only 2 for post-jury. I think they changed quite a bit. I think, you know, the 3 nominees makes it so that a Keanu's always on the block, or like a Kelly was always on the block. And in the beginning of the season, that's what made me start souring on the BBBB, was that you're good. They're going to just keep putting these 2 up. And as long as they keep winning and staying on, we're going to have a boring nomination cycle. And then that broke free when Mickey stole the HOH. Then shit changed up a little bit. I honestly think Morgan should have thrown it to Ashley. She could play in veto anyway. Well, I think in that situation you just have to win and hope that you won it over people you're avoiding. Love Issues on Fees and Kelly Gunn. It's a good BB day. We're really living right now, Joy. All right, let me catch up with you, chat. I keep saying that and I keep falling behind. I still like Blockbuster, but it should stop at jury and there should be no eliminations ever. Like, what is that? Yes, I agree. But we just had the most equitable comp ever. It was like literally like Highlights Magazine find the difference in the photo and Keanu one. That was the easiest comp I think we've ever seen. Low key. I don't like competition wins, unfortunately, being weighed so heavily. And it's the sad part of where we are now. Will Flores, first time chatter, welcome in. Do you think this is a permanent addition for the show from now on? I think they really love it. And I think they really love it. And I think the proof is in the pudding that, think of it this way, chat. There was no time this season. Backdooring was not a possibility at all because it went all the way to final 6. At final 6, everyone competes in veto, so no backdooring possibilities at all. I think they really like this edition. I think it gives them a separate competition to watch and have on television every Thursday as well now, which they've always been looking for a third comp. Remember, we used to have food comps and then veto and then sometimes HOH on the eviction episode, and then the rest of the HOH on the beginning of the next episode. Now it's this. So now this is what we have. So yeah. The HOH and POV comps so equitable for double. Still same people win. It's about performance, not pressure, not necessarily muscles. Yes, I think that with equitable comps, it does come down to who wants it more. So I don't disagree with that take. Or if it stays 2 weeks past jury, then it has to be a 9-person jury. Thankfully, let me see. Imagine Blockbuster and BB25. I don't want to. That makes me sad. Production is definitely showing Keanu as their favorite. The Rachel interview proved that, in my opinion. Oh, they for sure would love a Keanu. Keanu's their underdog right now. They would love a Keanu. And Keanu aura farmed the fuck out of the veto win earlier. So I think Keanu is in the lead right now for AFP, and I think Rachel's second. I don't know who is in the third spot. I would have said Will, but that could change. But I think it's those two, and I think Keanu's in the lead. Who has not won anyone's respect? Jaded. Matcha Latte thing with 21st month here. Appreciate you. Thank you. Wouldn't it make more sense for it to be pressure cooker for them to push the mastermind theme? Yes, but how sad is a pressure cooker where there's only 4 people competing? And Morgan's not one of them? That would be brutal. What if it's a mini pressure cooker in the gym? Actually, I'd be here for that. I know I'm full of shit. I'm not, to be honest, to be clear, I'm not yucking the yum. If they give us pressure cooker, I will fucking take it happily. Happily. But yeah. Do endurance after they have to get early and deal with a double evil, sheer evil to make it endurance. And I'm happy about it. Just finished the episode here on the West Coast. Sup, we in chat. Tall Skinny Ben, welcome in. Wait, Ben, how did you finish the episode? Isn't there like another 50 minutes on it? You're done? Or did you like watch it on like you watched the link of it somewhere, kind of type shit? He has to get rid of Morgan to win a jury. Yeah, that's what he says. But I don't know if he has the guts to do it. I think that makes the most sense that y'all are saying is he's trying to get other people to get Morgan out. You're off work tomorrow. Listen, I'm happy with the surprise HoH comp we're gonna get. Any cat picks from me? Where the fuck is my phone? Yes, I believe I do have some new ones. Also 11:11 where I am, chat, so you can go ahead and make a wish. But don't reveal it, because y'all know what they say about revealing a wish. It won't work. Oh, we took the girls to the vet the other day, and after Pearl's examination, she ran into Clam's little cage, and they were together. Look at them. They're so cute. I believe that's the only new one I have, actually, now that I look at it. Any late night snacks for the feeds? I just made an iced matcha. No, I'm having a Red Bull when the feeds come on, but that's about it so far. My cats do attack the TV for feeds when I throw the feeds on the TV, which I don't do often, but they'll like stare at it very intensely. Rated R Terran is fun. What was the Endurance Cup announcement other than Chat BCC? On the Big Brother Instagram page. Terran saying throwing cheeks tonight. What the fuck is throwing cheeks? I feel like he mixed up 2 different phrases. I hate Vince, but would be very upset if he goes because he is so entertaining, says Ro. Yeah, I think Vince going at like, I don't think he, yeah, we'll see. We'll see who wins HoH. When he actually HoH would be so fun. I think Vince would throw to Keanu. If it's just the 2 of them, I think so too. I want Ashley in the HoH bed by herself. No pillow bears, by herself. She can shower 6 hours a day. Middle finger to everyone else. Life feeds back soon, allegedly, says Crows. Terran just came on too. There we go. Party starting. I give the on Terran's channel once because he said fuck during Goose Goose and it cracked me up, but now he's just be saying it. Irie's like, back in my day, it was a unique moment in time. Mickey's being wild after the show. Have you been following? Not really. What have I missed? I don't keep up with the house guests once they're out of the house all that often. Do you find a season like this with bad gameplay but good human drama plus characters is easier or harder to analyze week to week on RHAP? I think it depends. I feel like RHAP typically is a strategic lens first, right? Which makes sense because Terran is strategic first. That being said, I think that it is a lot easier to follow logic than it is to follow emotions. And I feel like when the emotions are driving a lot of the drama, it can be a little bit harder and it makes it a lot more subjective than a logical move would. So, for example, people saying this move makes sense for this reason because ABCD matches up with CBDA. And you're like, shit, you know what? Can't argue with that. That makes sense. Versus all right, so he's making this move, but it's clearly because he wants this person to like him, or he wants this person to not be mad at him. It's a little bit harder because then it's like, is that really the case? Is that coming across that way? Like for me, I enjoy talking about that shit. So when you hear me on the live feed update, I'll do the strategic talk, but then I like bringing up stuff like that as well. So I don't mind it, but I think for coverage, it becomes very interesting to piece together. I think one thing that is for certain is that the coverage typically ends up being the entertaining thing, no matter how the season goes. So people are having fun, whether or not it's strategic, you know, and this season's proof with the coverage. Welcome in, Jesse. Hope you're doing well. Black Panther seems like a simple but good twist. Kind of crazy thinking how long it took them to come up with it. Yeah, the three people. I just feel like it overstays its welcome. If it's like 5 weeks, we'll be fine after that, you know? I think after 5 weeks, we can go back to regular Big Brother. Izzy, first time chatter. Welcome in. Ava picking Vince to start the safety competition has led to her losing Will, Kelly, and Lauren back to back karma. I did see this from Reality Barbecue, which is very funny when you look at it that way. Citadel, thanks so much for the 24 months here. Appreciate you. 2 years of the Lesson 2 crew. Thank you for the support. Welcome back in. Do you think Morgan misunderstood the question or threw the veto? I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I would assume she misunderstood. I don't think she throws in that situation because it looked like she took her time and then put 120. If she was throwing, she could have done it a lot earlier, you know? Keanu AFP would be wild. And I think that's where we're headed, though. Yeah, I think that's where we're headed, though. First time chat, also welcome in. Amy is in the third spot for AFP. What? Oh, fun fact about the RHAP draft. Every drafter now has one representative in the game still. No one's been eliminated, and I think that is absolutely superb. You've got Morgan, who's on Amon's team. I have Vince. Taryn has Ashley. Melissa has Ava. And Rob has Keanu. We all have stakes in the draft, and I don't think we've had this ever, where everyone has had one person at the end. Except the audience. Well, the audience been out. What I think of Kelly's irritating interview, I think it's like she recognized people laughed at irritating, and then she kept spamming the irritating button. She was like, oh, y'all like when I said irritating, right? I'm irritating, ha ha ha. It's like, okay, we got it. You can't just keep saying that. What about chicken wire? Could be chicken wire. I could see that. That actually makes a lot of sense, Jacqueline. I like that better than the spinning disc one. Those big laughs tonight were making me worried. She's in the running for AFP with the casuals. No. I don't think we have to worry at all. Kelly literally had episodes where she had 0 confessionals. We're fine. She has had no DRs. Episode should start at 7. Episode of what? Deborah, thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate you. Am I crazy thinking Ashley has hella good chances of winning the season? I don't think you are. I think that the fucking fact that Keanu and Vince discount her so much, if let's say they get exactly what they want, right? Let's just follow the delusion. They get exactly what they want. They eliminate Morgan, right? The next HoH win happens. One of them can't compete, assuming one of them won this one. Then it's let's say Ashley, Ava, and the remaining one for the HoH. Like, I think that at that point, we're like 1 veto away from final 3. Then we are 1 decision away from final 2. And if so many people keep discounting Ashley, they make the mistake of letting her get to the end because she is an easy win. And then boom, you've got a bunch of different options there for her to take the crown. I think that although Vince's narrative of she doesn't deserve to be there could get her pushed out, so that's a thing to be worried about. But I think it's foolish to not see Ashley as a valuable, or not valuable, but as a threat. All right, I'm trying to catch up with you a little bit, chat. Let me just, and I say that a lot. I'm just going to scroll down and we'll start fresh. How about that? Melly, thank you for the 25th month. Appreciate you. Oh, your CBS station comes in early. Gotcha, Ben. Gotcha. Okay, hear me out. If I was playing endurance comp, I was vying for this amount of cash, I would engage my fight or flight purposely because of that phenomenon of increased strength in the situation. Say, I don't know. I would be imagining spiders everywhere. Ooh, is that crazy though? I don't know. I don't know if I would do it though. Is the pressure cooker coming on any minute? No, I don't know what's pressure cooker, but we're waiting. We're waiting with bated breath right now. Throwing cheeks is another way to say twerking. Who taught Taryn this? Who taught him this? Which one of you filthy people is the one who taught Taryn this? Cat Gallery, thing with 31 months. Appreciate it. See, I've heard of doing other things to cheeks, not throwing, but here we are. I was thinking Taryn's got no sleep this week. The live update today was confusing in a way Taryn normally isn't. I listened to about 50 minutes of it. He had a couple ones where he mixed up some people. Taryn's next book will be The Reflection in the Mirror, where the pictures of him looking in the mirror and seeing Vince. Now, someone needs to make that art happen. Julie said who will make it out of the mastermind sanctum, which made me think maybe pressure cooker. You know what? That's a great point. I remember hearing weird language. Let me go ahead and pull up the episode and hear or listen in to what Julie said. Let's do that. Let's do that real quick. How about that? Because I did think the plugs at the end sounded a little bit specifically strange. Taryn taking off the family-friendly filter has been one of the best parts of this season. I hope he doesn't put it back on. Because Vince losing in final two like Paul by 1 vote. I could also see that. They're also tired and they would make a deal. Ugh, that would be true and I hate that. Come on, it's the final 5. Do not take a deal. Fuck that. Take the crown. Don't take no deal. Take the crown. What? Please. Let's be realistic here. I don't think I think Morgan said she threw on the feeds to Ashley. Okay, then that changes everything. I think Keanu and Ashley are gonna stay in for a while purely because I can't see either of them giving up. If Vince flips, Jesse, thank you for the first time chat. If Vince flips on Morgan like he was saying to Keanu, I could see her leaving next. And Vince right after her leaving we are left with a Keanu, Ava, Ashley final 3. What the fuck is this season if that's what we end up with? That would be so funny to me. All right.
Tonight,
No. Julie, we need to get to the end. James Gunn also into Big Brother was very interesting to me. His favorites being Lauren and Keanu. I was like, okay, this is the casuals' opinion we are seeing. Also, the Chembot had to make shit awkward. The only person left that I don't want to win the game is Ava. Same. What up, Kaser? Quinn taught him that. Quinn, stop it. What are you doing? Why?
For that character. Get in there.
a man of tomorrow needs a woman of tomorrow. 2 of your means is
I need the plugs.
Big Brother Unlocked.
Okay, there we go.
Then on Sunday at 10, 9 Central, the mastermind takes over the game once again. Who will win head of household in his grueling test of endurance? And
His grueling test of endurance.
who will be nominated for eviction in the mastermind sanctum?
Okay, who will be nominated for eviction in the mastermind sanctum sounds more White Locusty than anything else, right? That sounds like a whole different area they're going to, which we obviously know is not a different area. But why are you calling it that? See what I mean? I was explaining the guy from, yeah, Liana had the same thing. Liana was like, oh, the guy from like that fashion show. I was like, no, not Tim Gunn, Liana, James Gunn. All right, and I'm caught up. Morgan was saying something about a solitary confinement after the feeds came back. Ooh, that could be fun. They could be in the room the pressure cooker was. That does make sense.
Then on Wednesday at 10, 9 Central, the Mastermind's Month of Mayhem continues in a special eviction episode as he sends another house guest to the jury, leaving the final 4 in place.
All right, a special eviction episode. Fun times. Yeah, Wednesday is 2 hours and it is at 10. They said, fuck Big Brother, we're done with this. Because Wednesday is also when Survivor's premiering, so that's why it's at 10 p.m. So the Sunday episode also at 10 p.m. by the way. The next 2 episodes are 10 and 10 Eastern, to be clear. BB's 1 hour on Wednesday. Is that true? But it's at 10. It's at 10 on Wednesday. I'm too old for this. And then next Sunday finale is 2 hours starting at 8:30. 8:30 is a very specific time, but we'll take it. When is Amazing Race premiering? Is that also that same Wednesday or the Wednesday after Big Brother? Amazing Race is Thursday. Is that permanent? Where's my Red Bull? Manda, it's in the fridge. It's ready. It's refrigerated. It's ready. The minute the feeds come on, I'm gonna drink the Red Bull serum. And think of the first time chat also. I see the channel where she can get into investigating and figuring something out so she will forget it's a comp like that stinky comp. Just this week. Okay, and then we're back to Wednesdays, I assume. Okay, starting week 2, cool. and it'll premiere after after Survivor, I imagine, right? That makes the most sense. Okay, so the Mastermind's inner sanctum, or it didn't say inner, just said sanctum, right? Let me hear that back one more time. Let's hear it back one more time, chat.
Attention to the coming schedule changes. Tune in tomorrow night at 8, 7 Central for an action-packed Big Brother Unlocked. Then on Sunday at 10, 9 Central, the Mastermind takes over the game once again. Who will win head of household in his grueling test of endurance?
In his grueling test of endurance.
And who will be nominated for eviction in the Mastermind Sanctum? Then on Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds basement-y. That gives Sanctum gives basement to me. So that makes sense. That makes sense. We almost lost Ashley week 1. We did. We almost lost Keanu like 4 different times this season also, and he's still at the final 5. Do we think the feeds are going to be on soon? I'm actually falling asleep. I would say 30 minutes still, probably. Right? That's the assumption. That's the assumption to me. I feel like they would have hyped up the pressure cooker more though if it was that. That's my assumption. That's what I would also say would it be, but what's your choice of beverage tonight to keep awake? Red Bull. So I drink caffeine like at a level where it's like I don't think it impacts me the same as it used to, if I'm being honest. But I will be having a Red Bull, and then if the Red Bull sticks / if the HoH results are juicy, or if the feeds come on and I'm like, oh shit, this is a vibe, then I know what I need to do. And that entails me making my coffee decision. Am I having a caffeinated coffee or am I making a decaf coffee? Because I like the taste and I like a warm beverage anyway. So if I need the caffeine, I might do a coffee. If not, I do decaf. Either way, I'm probably going to knock out around like 5 a.m. Not necessarily. I could knock out 4 a.m. But 4 or 5 a.m. sleep. Then I wake up at like 9 my time because I have to be awake for 10 my time for the live feed update. So I wake up at 9 and then I catch up on anything I may have missed in those 4 hours that I did not have eyes on feeds. And then I'll be on the update. So yeah. Yeah. The way they slice and dice Keanu content to make him sound less outrageously dumb is quite something. It's a skill. I'm gonna get all cozy in bed and cuddle with my cats while I wait. That's honestly the move. I drank my coffee too early. Oh no, Calvus, you never want to do that. Big Cakes in the building. I drank Red Bull like years ago. I can still taste the terrible taste. See, the thing is, Big Cakes for me, Red Bull is the best tasting energy drink. I don't like the taste. The other ones do not taste well, even if they might have better energy components. Red Bull tastes the best and does the job for me. I can see it being one of chicken wire, slip and slide, or spinning on the ropes. Yes, I could see it being those as well. Again, I feel like my thing is pressure cooker would get advertisement, given that it's only happened 2 other times in Big Brother history. But also, it could be some imitation of a pressure cooker. Because hold on, did she imply that it was a fan favorite or something? His grueling test of endurance doesn't say classic, but the BB Instagram did say classic. Feeds are back on. Or is that just camera 4? Feeds are on, feeds are on, feeds are on, feeds are on, feeds are on. I think that's Morgan watching the television. It's in the little feeds. We're back. Okay, oh shit. Everyone calm down. Chat, calm down. Okay, she's saying this is insane watching this and I can't do anything about it. Oh my god, they're holding a rope thing. Oh, this looks sick. They're like holding, it's the thingy. It's the one that what's her name won? Leah won. Where they have to press the thingy. They have to poke the button thing. It's not pressure cooker. You know what I'm talking about? You did call Jan Cubic. This is true. It's the Janky Week comp. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right. All right, here we go. Cam, Angela, Leah comp. Right. This could go for hours, depending on the motivations that people have. But let's see. The BB19 Cody comeback comp. I mean, I wouldn't call it that, but we up. What camera do we watch? Camera 2 has the feed cam of them. Cameras 3 and 4 are Morgan making a snack, and then camera 1 is of one of the dogs. Is this really a classic comp? I mean, it is an endurance comp that's been on the show, which makes it a classic because it's happened, right? Last year this went until sunrise. It did. Where's the Red Bull? Let's do this. Y'all, you promise you'll stay here if I go get my Red Bull? You won't abandon me, chat? If you promise, I will run down like my life depends on, like I'm in danger of going home. Sally, welcome and hello. You're here? All right, cool. And no one's gonna drop, right? I love the setup is giving charmed. I do love the setup as well. All right, you promise? Chat, time me, okay? Time me. I'll see you in like 2 seconds. Time me. I made it. Oh my god, no one dropped. Okay, good. Mando, what are you doing? Stop counting in the chat. Okay. Why'd you time Alex out? Lone, don't time out Manda. Let Manda be. Let Manda be. It's all cool. All right. We made it back. Jordan, thank you for the 58 months. You appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Looks like a sword holding up some sort of item. Yes. It's holding up something. I can't see what right now, but it's a button. No chance for Ava. Ava's already like, can you see Ava's feet? Ava's like at the fucking edge of her platform. Half her feet are hanging off the side, it feels like. Gotta be Keanu HoH. I mean, I think Keanu has both the patience and the concentration to do this, but if he loses focus even a little bit, and I do not, that room does not look like it's gonna be quiet, so. You were timing me? I know. You're all good. Cam 1 has changed. We are now seeing, yeah, it's Keanu's face. It's the mastermind's face. The sword is in the mastermind's face. Nah, I took a screenshot to tweet out that I'm live, and it was a very unfortunate shot of Morgan mid-bite, so I had to redo the photo. I felt bad. Vinny dropping and then throwing a pity party for himself all week, I'm not here for. So Vinny needs to at least keep it together for like 20 minutes. Is he breathing that heavy already? He can't handle this shit. I haven't even opened a Red Bull. Which, by the way... Can you say dual wield? Can turn on cross stream? I don't know. I don't think we've got it set up at the moment to do that. Where we can share chat and stuff. Vince is shaking. Vince is shaking. Are they in the have not room or gym? Given that they were game talking in the gym, I think this is the have not room. If they're in the house, this is the have not room, because Keanu and Vince were literally talking in the gym right when feeds got cut, and I do not think they set this up in 40 minutes or an hour, however long it's been. Are they holding up a ball or something? I think it's just pointing it on a button on the mastermind's face, like on the nose or something. Vince is fatigued from the 120 minutes of sleep he's had. Yeah, I mean, for sure. Also, if that room is hot, Vince is fucked. The man is bundled up like he's going out for the winter. Ashley said it's hot in here. Well, Vince is fucked then, because I was wearing a beanie before I went live, and I switched to a hat last second because the beanie was way too hot. And my room is not hot like that. Like, the man's cooking in there. Ugh, we'll never have the... Oh, that pressure cooker was such a vibe. Door behind Ashley said, "If you have not room," there we go. Chat, y'all are on top of this. Who do I favor to win this? Ashley or Keanu? Although, it looks like Ashley's wearing like a tracksuit as well. Keanu's the best dressed for this. Vince doesn't get hot though. He's like Tiny Tim. Keanu, my Chaos King, gonna win. Chat, should we do a prediction? Let me set up... Lone, you're still here, right? Can you set up a prediction who's gonna win HoH and put the 4 options up so people can use their brownie points if they want? Yeah, appreciate you. Astral, welcome for the first time, chat. Hope you're doing well. Oh my god. Do a first out? You know what? We could do that. We could do a first out. You know what? Lone, if you hear me, stop. Instead of who's gonna win, do who's out first, and then we'll run a poll for who's gonna win. That way, the poll can be all encompassing. If someone doesn't have brownie points, they can also just like vote on it. So, because I want to see that data. Video was shaky on the wall as well to start. That's true. They locked in. How long this lasts? No, let's not do that one. Because this could end in 3 minutes or 7 hours. And you know, sometimes as a streamer, as a content creator, you go hyperbolic with your stream title. You say stream ends when the HoH competition does, and then you might have been cooked. So that flash tag, I appreciate that. Vinny has had a really stressful time since wall comp. He's not the same, man. I mean, some of it is self-inflicted, but prediction and poll both live. Appreciate you, Lone, you legend. Chat, who's gonna win HoH? Vote in that poll. Let me see who you got. That poll is live now. And then if you want to do brownie points on who is the first one out, feel free to do that also. If you want to risk your brownie points, you could win brownie points in return. Now, Morgan has finished, not even finished chewing her last bite, and is walking it to the kitchen. And we went because of Pooya. Thank you, Astral. I voted for who I want to win. Go Ashley. There we go. All right. Most of you have voted for Ava to be the first one out. Which again makes sense because her feet do look like they're on the edge hanging off of the disc. Actually, Keanu's also looks like that. I think that's by design. So Morgan's first out. She would be bad at this too. Keanu's bigger feet as well. True. Ava getting restless. Do you think this is one of the, like, do you think endurance comps are going to start becoming faster and faster, not because of people's lack of ability, but because of attention spans in our modern day society? Do you think the iPad kids can handle an endurance comp more than 15 minutes? I kept thinking my feet are frozen because they're not moving. You have to have quad cam open just so that Morgan reminds you that the feeds are live. Leah went almost 10 hours. It's true. Great point. Yeah, I think a lot of Zoomers can't handle the pressure cooker. They cannot, Dylan. They cannot handle that. They can handle for big money. The kids worship the paper. Hey, Not just the kids. I would gladly worship the paper. If someone now said, I'll give you $20 if you don't move for the next 10 minutes, I think I would try. Morgan says, best case scenario is Vinny winning because I will not touch the block no matter what. And she said, Loki, same with Ashley. So we did see, before the feeds went down, Vince insinuating that getting rid of Morgan makes the best sense for him. Now, that could have just been him, you know, goading Keanu to do that and not put him up because he seems like he wants to vote her out. Oh, well, Ava's out. Out my ear! Fuck you. Well, Ava's out. Who had Ava? Who had Ava in the prediction? Most of you. So the payout's not going to be all that much. Ava is out. Goodbye. See ya, Ava. The problem is I don't see her leaving this week, but it is what it is. 1 down, 3 to go. It's too late, y'all. Why are you cutting feeds? We saw her leave. There's no surprise here. What is that? Is that a cat? Is that a slinky? Oh, it's a slinky toy. I thought it was like a cast on the cat's paw. What happened? Ava dropped. I was 230/260 for Ashley, just for the hella payout. Cindy Cat. For me, you lose me immediately, no matter what else you've done on the season, when I see you begging it for AFP. Don't ever beg it for AFP. Go play. AFP is meant to be a bonus if people fucked with you. You don't go in there trying to get the AFP money. The AFP money doesn't exist to you. I think Mr. B comes out and gives them instructions on. Oh, true, Amy. True. I didn't factor that in. Yeah. Ava's back in the house now, or back in the regular part, because... Oh, Ava says, to be frank. Says it's upper body. All right, Vince is still shaking like a leaf. Oh, Mr. Dwight, how you doing, brother? How you doing, Dwight? Welcome in, man. How long are you gonna be live? Until the HoH comp is over, Dwight. I may not go to bed. I may be awake forever. This might be subathon levels of awakeness. Not really, because it's Big Brother USA, and someone will drop within the next 2 hours. But we'll see. Can we do a winner poll now? Sure, I think so, right? Or who should drop next? Kind of vibes. How you been, Dwight? Second out, Gamba. I think second out better than who wins, because, you know, let's do who's out next for the next bet, and then after that, who's gonna win is the easier one there. It's a 50-50 at that point. I don't think it's gonna go that long. I mean, Ava being the one to leave here doesn't say anything to me, although Vince is moving around quite a bit. Because again, Leah won like 7 hours last season. It doesn't need to be like hella people in it. Gotta rake it. It's September. Yeah, for 5 gifted, you get what, 30? Is it 35% off or something? I have not talked about September once. This is in the have not room, Myra. Yes. I don't know who I want to win. What does your heart tell you, Dwight? Wrong poll. Poll as Ava. Is this still the old one? Oh my god, my shit's all over the place. All I care about is Morgan winning the season. I don't know who is the best for that. Right now, it's Ashley. You want Ashley to win the HoH. Ashley ain't going to put up her girl Morgan. Oh, the new one? Oh, it's been fixed now. It's been fixed. Refresh. It's been fixed. Who will be out next out of HoH is fixed. There's 3 options now. In Final Four, do they all compete for HoH? No. In Final Four, they all compete for veto. The Final 5 HoH does not compete in Final 4 HoH, which makes the Final 5 HoH one of the riskier ones to take because your chances of getting to the end are lowered by 1 comp. But, so like surviving the Final 5 without winning the HoH is low-key more valuable than surviving it as the winner of the HoH. So for example, if Ashley wins this HoH and then does not put up Morgan, Morgan is in a more favorable spot because she gets 2 chances of comp wins to guarantee her to the final 3 versus Ashley, who then could be like, let's say if Vince wins HOH, puts up Ashley and Keanu, and like Keanu wins HOH, sorry, veto, then Ashley stays on the block. So I fear Morgan will have to win a comp a week at this point to survive. I think, what are you even saying, Ava? I think Morgan needs to win the veto this week. No, if Ashley wins, I don't think she needs to win anything this week. I really don't. I just doubt Ashley's going to do that to Morgan here. I think she puts up the lads and then puts up Ava if one of the lads wins the veto and we move on. But if anybody but Ashley wins, yes, Morgan needs the veto, I fear. Vinny looks like he's struggling. He has been from the minute Feast came on, so I'm not even sure if I would go as far as to say that, you know, maybe that's just his face. He does give, again, this is Vince, right? He does give I'm struggling face always. Vince is always in the struggle. The man pulled a groin while just sitting there in the Big Brother house somehow. He's iconic, guys. Deal with it. He looked like this on the wall. And then he won the whole fucking thing. All right, can we put the camera on Morgan and not Ava? Ava, if you're gonna be here, at least like give us some comp talk or one-on-one cam talks. Is Vince trying to stay in long enough to not be accused of throwing it? I don't think he's ever in a position where he's gonna throw this comp to Morgan, to Ashley. Let me tell you, there's no shot. There's no shot. Does he have inverted spine? I do not know what that means, Russ. Ava looks so miserable all the time being in the house. Yeah, Ava, you're gonna get edited for dropping early. Inverted spine with Raven. There we go. It went over my head. It went over my head. What are they running for? Did they hear something? They heard something. Do you see the same view we see? I think, yes, based on the candles, they see the one with Vince's. Yeah, they see the one where Vince is down. Oh, they're about to hear something then. Right? Because why would they quad cam it? They see Vince's back. Also, these in earbuds might have been a mistake. What? Look at Keanu one hand in it. Keanu, man, did you not learn from the goddamn fucking Blockbuster? Double hand that shit. Sometimes you gotta use 2 hands, man. Okay? Sometimes you just gotta use 2 hands. You just gotta do it. He's like striking a pose. Get serious, man. He keeps changing hands. That is not a good sign. Oh, and he goes for the hand switch again. All right. He's a little teapot. You just got to, and I know some of you are like, yo, what are you saying? Relax. Ashley looking more shaky. I can barely see Ashley with my fucking camera. Oh, he did mention earlier that he was gonna change his underwear because his balls were like on fire or something. So who am I hoping wins, Dell? I mean, for my personal Ashley, because I want Ashley and Morgan to make it further. For my draft, Vince. And then for sheer y'all fucking let this man get here, Keanu. I can't even say they let him get here. I guess I could, because they could have voted him out and then they opted to vote out Kelly, which I'm very thankful for. So Ashley is my personal, Vince is my ego for my draft, and then Keanu is for me to use the Keanu meme once again. Mythical Jade, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate you. Welcome back for month number 7. Thank you for using 1 Prime on me. Thank you. I don't think I can handle another Vinny HOH. Go Ashley and Keanu, I guess. Yeah. Oh my God, Morgan's so restless. Tommy's lap. Thank you for the prime as well, man. Appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you. Welcome in to the squad. Keanu noms Ava and Morgan. Or yes. I mean, Ava voted out Keanu. Based on the way Keanu operates, that should mean Ava gets nominated. The other one would probably be Morgan. His target is Morgan. He could end up putting Ashley because he would be concerned that Ashley would use the veto on Morgan, but at the same time, I think he does not value Ashley as a comp threat, so he might not even look at it that way. We get Morgan's fifth HOH, imagine. Is Keanu's standing weird too? I feel like his legs are too like next to each other. Oh no, there we go, stretching him out. Philippe says, come on, Ashley. Thank you for the prime, Philippe. Appreciate it. Welcome back from number 34. I've been around before, but I've never subbed because I always end up getting gifted tons of subs to my IR friends. Oh, that's very nice of you, Tommy. Appreciate you taking a try on me here. Thank you. Is there a world where Keanu's reunion would be Vince over Ashley? I would like to see it, but I don't think so. Vinny's his boy. If there's one thing Keanu ain't gonna do is be the last man in that house alone. Wait, will we get more Vorgan soap opera this week? Regardless, a hundo P. Hundo P, we will. You said we will, not will we. So you weren't asking a question. Keanu said, I'm going to pick you off one by one. Exactly. I don't want the dumb to win. Oh, we're back to full screen. Oh, was that a shake? Nope. It was just a lag on my computer. It's fine. Vince is adjusting. His sword is wobbling. Keanu is stretching his knees. Man, this guy... Keanu will do anything to give me anxiety during a fucking endurance comp. Like, remember the wall comp when he kept fucking doing stretches? Vince is lunging. I'm not seeing his legs like that. You were so stressed on the wall. I was. Because Kelly could have won. We're going to talk about Vito. That's all she's got right now, Silly Rose. Pooya is such a DL Keanu stan. No, to be clear... Keanu has provided me a lot of delusion, a lot of memes. He's given us the Come Give Me a Hug compilation beat. And I think he's just someone who, I think Rachel saw this in him too. I think he's going to be someone that can laugh at his stupidity down, like once he's out. And I have a feeling he's going to be a beloved character in the future. I think he's arrogant and downright sometimes annoying as fuck to listen to on the feeds. But I see the redemption arc coming down the line, if that makes sense. Just admit it, it's okay. Thank God Kelly never won HOH. Couldn't be happier. Kelly not winning HOH, and honestly, despite how Mickey ended up being the rest of the season, Mickey preventing Riley from having an HOH makes me fucking happy. Who's more delusional, Keanu or Fessy? Fessy was delusional in that he just kept trusting people over and over again like a dummy and then targeted his own allies. Keanu's delusional because he doesn't target his own allies. He just believes everybody, and then he thinks he's the GOAT. He's the best thing to have ever stepped in this game. Keanu's more delusional because he actively thought Rachel Riley is a dog shit player and that he knows better than her, despite Rachel having won the goddamn game. So, like, we're at the final five, right? Keanu's one of the five, meaning we're at, technically for each person, they have to deal with 4 other people. Keanu deadass at Final 5 has looked at the other 4 and said to himself earlier, I do not think I get nominated or put on the block by any of them. So, what are we doing here? Yo, Jess, thank you so much for the 5 gift. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. Thank you. Welcome into Effervescent, Momo, Ingrid, Iced Coffee, and Cruiser, not part of Less Than 2 Crew. Compliments of you. If you're in the chat, if one of you are in the chat, throw some Less Than 2s in one time. Please and thank you. Cross, how you been? If Vince drops out, will we just keep Cam 1 on that empty corner? I hope not. There's other angles we could use, right? Oh, I think his mustache is itching. Morgan talking to us herself. Let me just make sure I am on the feed that is caught up right now. Yes. Okay. There's a cam behind Ashley. Yeah, we could just swap out. This must be so fun for Morgan. It's the closest she's had to TV in months. Oh, for sure. This is like when they got that new iPod or the phone without a SIM card in it. Actually seems kind of shifty. I need to pay more attention to her because I can't see her well enough. So I'm just looking at the boys more. iPod Touch. Yeah, there we go. Like just having that screen. Check my previous post for a question. Previous post. Okay. But yeah, what is your strategy in this comp? Throw people off their game, constant questions, maybe even singing. I think talking because I think yelling or singing, you're moving like there's a level of chest control and movement that goes with like louder noises, I think. Or at least in my head, I would think that, which would make me shake. I think just constantly gabbing, just talking nonsense. Like I would literally do what I do right now with y'all. I would ask dumb questions like, yo, okay, Vince, you can order a pizza, but you can only put 3 toppings in it for the rest of your life. Only 3 forever. What are your 3 toppings? Go. And just make them talk because I could get them to lose focus. And if they don't answer, I just monologue. The problem is at Final 4, 5, am I an idiot for doing that? Because then if they're mad at me, they're getting annoyed, they might put me up on the block. So it's like playing with fire type shit. America won on the double, but we had a very sad night. That wasn't a good double. Morgan referred to BB25 as Korean America season. No, that's right. And then she said, wait, was that Jag season? Manifesting a Vinny cramp. Kind of mean, Octofish, but I understand you. They aren't putting you up if you are annoying at Final 5 unless you're already in a winning position. Then at that point, who cares if they're mad at you? That's a fair point. That's a fair point. If they were going to put me up, they're putting me up regardless. They ain't putting me up because, yeah. Vince already looks like he's cramping. Vince looks like he's holding in a fart. I hate saying that, but it looks it. Seeing a lot of mustache twitching. Oh, Cam's on all 4 again. Oh, I heard a door. Or just a deep breath. It's a deep breath. Is that Vince or is that Keanu? America been doing pretty well in chess. Love to see it. Love to see it. Who is least likely to see the block this week? Ava. Probably. Like, I think Ava is the de facto replacement nominee for a lot of combinations. Most likely. Right? Morgan's guaranteed to go. Oh, Ashley dropped. Yep. Ashley dropped. Ashley dropped. Ashley dropped. We're down to Vince or Keanu. If I'm Vince, I'm removing my hand now and just giving Keanu the dub. Because then I can compete at Final 4. I don't have to put up Morgan. It's a win-win-win all around. As long as, and I don't think Keanu's putting me up. He has to drop it for Keanu. If he doesn't, he is an idiot. But also that's more entertaining for us if Vince doesn't throw it, because then we will be in a position where Vince will have to deal with Morgan. So, but I think Keanu's getting it. I think it's over. But let's not lock it in just yet, because who knows? Just end the season already. Who knows? Who knows? If Morgan wins veto, he might be gone. No. Let's see. If the block is Ava and Ashley, and Morgan wins veto, and Morgan then uses the veto on Ashley, Vince goes up, they can vote out Vince. Yes. But in that instance, Morgan would have to want Vince out, and I don't know if that's what she wants at the moment. Although Ashley could definitely probably convince her to do it, or at least make a good argument for it. But I don't think Keanu would want that to happen, so a 1-1 would not work. He can't beat Keanu here, so make a deal. Don't tell Morgan. I think he can't drop immediately. I think, yeah, he has to let it go for like another maybe 15 minutes and just, you know, make a deal. That makes the most sense for him. But also Vince has made the wrong move at every turn. So maybe we come back and he's like pushing to win. Who knows? I was thinking more on initial block. Your setup makes sense. Right. Because... Oh, Morgan would be on the initial block. You are absolutely right. And then I guess, yeah, if Ashley wins the veto, whoever's the 5th person and wins the veto, that puts Vince on the block, and that's a very dangerous spot to be in. But I wonder if he thinks that Morgan would go for him. Typically what happens is if someone thinks that their game is better off without a person, they will then worry that the other person has also thought that same thing about them. So this must be so much harder than last year's comp. I mean, enough so that 2 people are already out. But okay, feeds, are we just not gonna come on? Like, if we come on, is the comp over? Like, could you tell us at least? Maybe. Oh, we're back. Oh, look at the smirk on Vince's face now. Dude be straight smirking. Wow. No way. Keanu and Vince are going on one leg. This is the perfect way to give away that you two are working together. I hope they notice it. Pay attention to their legs. Pay attention to their legs. Look at their legs. Look at Keanu's leg. They can't see Vince, you're right. Give them quad cam, I beg. Give them Vince smiling, please. They're doing the same thing Leah did with Cam. They don't have audio? They do not have audio, no. Yes, get closer. Get closer. See that he's on one leg. See it. See it. Morgan, are you noticing? Do a final prediction, Lone. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. He's not anymore? Boo. Now the question is, does Vince look at it as Keanu? If Morgan leaves on Keanu's, that's Keanu getting the credit, or does he go like, well, I voted her out, and without my vote, she wouldn't have gone, which is not true at 5, because if it's a 1-1 tie, Keanu still makes the decision, and like, I think Ava votes out Morgan over Ashley, perhaps. Nah, I don't know. I don't know if Vince is throwing. Right now... Yeah, see? See? I think Vince wants to win this. I don't think he's throwing. I think what'll happen is if he loses, he'll claim he threw it to us, maybe. But he's not throwing. Vince, what's that room again? See? See? He's saying to him, drop this to me, you can win the veto. I think he's petrified, which I don't blame him. Remember, last time Keanu won, Keanu threw him up on the block. Yeah, the conversation started once she left. He wants the room as the thing so he can continue the cheatments. Vince, think of the cuddles. Think of the the sleepovers. For Vince HoHs, I'm gonna scream. I want Keanu HoH farting up a storm is wild. Keanu said, how much longer could you do this? He says probably a while. Chad, I'm switching to just left audio for now because I have to recharge one of the earbuds. So let me know if other side says something. Yeah, even Ava said the same thing about upper body strength also. No, man. Vince wants this bad. I know Keanu genuinely means it where he doesn't feel pressure. Vince wants this bad. Keanu just promised him full safety. He could drop. He could have been waiting for that. Oh, they cut us back to... Oh, they said NSYNC. That's probably why. Bro, y'all had Lance Bass on the show. He can say NSYNC. You sanctioned it. You said it's allowed. Let it be a thing. Let it be a thing. What are you doing? I don't think Keanu will throw to Vince. No. Yeah, they're getting annoyed with how cocky Keanu looks. Okay, I know that this is a meme at this point, but what are the odds that Vince is picturing the victory hug he gets from winning HOH? And he's like, it's a good hug to be fair. You know, I think I'm safe regardless, but I don't get... The hugs hit different. Neither of them should throw. Ah, my ear. Oh, and feed's cut. But it looks like the last frame we had was Vince still holding the thing. So either Keanu dropped or nothing happened. They're just being explained something. Like, hey, stop saying NSYNC, motherfuckers. Like, Vinny's talking about being the victim and getting the sympathy hug. Morgan Klein, they could be making a deal. 100%. As they should. The minute there's two people, always assume there's a deal on the table. Whether it's accepted or not is a whole different story, but there was a deal made. It's a lie if no one said anything. You know, but I was just pissed this even lasts an hour. Are they, though? Because they just get to go home, Heather. They can edit it to look like 20 minutes long on the episode regardless. They might give them a rule of one, no, on one hand, no switching. If they want it to end fast, yes. Rachel might have done really well on this. I could have seen that. What was I saying? And then see the combination too and no sound. Yes, they can. I'll be pissed if I had to light all those candles. I think they're fake. I think they're like the ones I have. I think they're like these ones. It's like that one. All right, we're back on Morgan Cam and Pet Cam for some fucking reason. Comp ain't over, clearly. Okay. I can't handle a Vinny win and a Morgan veto. You can't handle Vorgan at the Final Four? If Vince wins, he nominates Ava and Ashley, then backdoors Keanu. I don't think this spineless jellyfish puts up Morgan. I know he keeps talking about it. I don't think he fucking doing it. If he does, I'd be very surprised. Because I don't think he wants to go through that feeling again. I also don't think he votes out Morgan as much as he says he would. He could maybe justify it at 5, like, well, Keanu's going to vote you out anyway. So maybe I should do that so I can keep my game safe. But I don't think he does that. He'll never get hugged again? Exactly. You think this man's jeopardizing his hugs? Ava and Ashley, whichever one doesn't win, veto gets backdoored. If neither wins veto, Keanu backdoor. How many times do you think Vinny cries this week? 3. Look at the way Vince is holding this. Vince is fucked. Keanu's winning this, man. Keanu's been doing the one-hander for like most of this. Vince is holding it with 2 hands and struggling. Great fucking time, Crows. I'll keep you with the commentary. They're having a regular ass combo now. Vinny crying 8 times this week. Damn. Damn. All right. Vince is once again smiling. His sword looks a little bent, but that doesn't seem like it's an issue. I think Keanu's also looks a little bent. This is not pressure cooker. Oh, I'm getting triggered. This is not pressure cooker. This is not pressure cooker. This is not pressure cooker. Oh, that's gonna annoy me. That annoys me more than when they fuck up floater and coaster. This is worse. Pressure cooker is your flesh touching the button and you're looking at your competition and you're in a little room and there's like nasty or creepy shit happening to distract you. This is not that. Is Keanu nom Ashley or Ava if he wins? Ava. I would assume Ava because Ava voted him out. You know what I mean? And Morgan. Went from 7-3 women down to 3-2 and guaranteed one in Final Four. Most likely 2-2 now with one of them winning. Oh no, with Keanu winning. Just got here. They're really doing pressure in this. Okay, Jez. Number 1. 8 out of 10 rage bait. Nearly fell for it. Imagine Keanu farting in that hot room. Ugh. Who says he's not been doing that? Keanu says this is a treat and he gets to spend time with his boy. Yep. Keanu's always looking to bro out. Always. They're having a little bro sesh. Complaining about how Jimmy. Maybe I shouldn't have had this Red Bull. We'll see. Well, the most insane part of this to me is Vince literally put him up on the block and like barely kept him, right? Breaks the tie in favor of Kelly. Surely Keanu is realizing that if it was Lauren and me on the block, he would have kept Lauren. But it's Keanu, so of course he thinks that he would have kept me. He thought he had everybody's vote. He doesn't think he would have he touches the block this week. But like, if you're Keanu and you think you're safe no matter what, drop them. Just drop it. Give it to Vince. See what happens. Keanu can't go to the end with a woman. Happy birthday, blue suit. My feet be cramping. Who does Keanu nominate? I would say Ava and Morgan. Okay, does Vince look like he's... I can't tell. This comp is so hard to tell for me. Would Keanu vote for Vince over a woman no matter what? Who does he vote for instead? Maybe if he's sitting there with Morgan, maybe Morgan, especially if, you know, Vince wins this and doesn't get rid of Morgan and gets rid of him. Kiana says it'd be a crock of shit if the mastermind isn't a real person and it's just a plot moving device, and then they change feeds back onto Morgan, and I want to say that's Ashley sitting on the nom chairs. First thing I've wholeheartedly agreed with Keanu on, yes, this whole time, it's got to be someone now. View doesn't like getting called out. They really don't. They really do not. Who said Will likes Kelly? Who's lying there? Ashley? The mastermind is a woman? Who you got, Haida, if it is? Who you got? Wasn't it confirmed a short dude? From who? It's clearly Gina Marie. Oh dear God. It's like Ian. Oh my God. The accent is recognizable. The mastermind has an accent? I've never caught on to this. The mastermind is in fact intern Andy and the house guys don't know who the fuck that is. That would be hilarious. It is not Mike Boogie. Let's stop this. They were talking about it at one point on feeds after a comp, not sure. Did you laugh when Keanu was already on the nom chair before Morgan? That was kind of funny. That kind of shit I fuck with Keanu. Like, when Keanu's not allowed anyone to dunk on him on the show itself, I respect that so much because he has a comeback ready. When Jimmy tried, he was like, how long did you rehearse? And immediately invalidated everything Jimmy tried to do. When he sat there, it was kind of, you know, it's like you can't classify that as arrogant because he's not wrong. He knows he's on the block. So for the public, for the normies, they see that like, man, Keanu's a real one. He knows he's in trouble. I hope he wins. And then he wins. Okay, if none of them are throwing, I need them to declare that so I know that, because I don't want this rant, oh, we're being friendly, but we're actually, I don't want to win. Like, don't waste my time. Oh, Vince's lower back is hurting a little. If Vince sends home Keanu, he would have kept Lauren in the double with the extra vote for her. The guy always makes the wrong decision. I think they're just being boys and trying to push each other. Yep, I think so too. Mastermind is Jeff Probst. How long has this comp been now, Chad? Does anyone have a counter? It's Netta or Danny Donato? Well, it's not Netta because the show will never acknowledge Canada. Danny Donato could be a shout if you're thinking it's a woman from Big Brother's past. I reluctantly have to root for another Vince HoH. I think a Vince HoH gives us some more drama this week because of the declarations he has made. I don't think anyone's convincing Keanu to do shit. It's been under an hour. 50 minutes, okay. 45, 50. You need Vincent more. I don't think Vince goes on the block though. If Keanu wins, I'm not watching videos. Will be boring, to be honest. Keanu's been hand on hip in it for a good 30, 40 minutes now. Now you got me rooming for more Vince drama. Keanu definitely going to do that because Vince would use the veto on Morgan. That would be sick, Dum Dum. I would be here for that because that could cause another fun conversation. I guess we'll find out once the HOH comp is over what the situation is completely. But the thing is, Keanu stupidly also believes that Ava and Ashley also want Morgan out. So who does he put up? Would Keanu be pissed if Vince saves Morgan? 100%. Because Morgan is his target as of right now. I can take another few days of feeds of Vince and Morgan in the HOH room. My concern is that if it's not that, we have no feeds. Like, it's either that or it's no feeds. There's nothing interesting happening. I think chance Keanu loses focus here and comes off the button. We'll see. I don't understand when people are complaining about comps. This is why you take out the comp piece and they had the chance later an hour ago to take him out. Notorious Futata, welcome in with the first time chat. I think that obviously the complaint about the comps is that someone like Keanu has had a flawed social game, but has been able to stay in because of the comps on Thursday nights. Yes, you're right. The one chance they had to get him out, they opted to take out Kelly. But I think at that point, numerically speaking, if they took out Keanu, they're going into the final 6, 3 versus 3. Whereas up until that point, Keanu made it a 4v2 because Keanu wanted Lauren out also. So that worked out for them, that they wanted Lauren out. That works. So it was a tough thing to do, but also you cannot control a Keanu. As much as everyone has tried, Keanu's not controllable like that. Unless you're a bro, then you can control everything he does. So yeah. Keanu says, if you drop, you're securing final 3. Rakesh said, Morgan just won this game a week ago. We'll see. Keanu will put Vince and Morgan up. We'll see. I mean, if Vince, here's the thing. Actually, you know what, Dum Dum? You're not wrong. Because because there's a world if Keanu truly is acting like, oh, you're going to be safe no matter what. He could be like, I'm going to put up you and Morgan. The other two want Morgan out. They know she's a threat. You're fine. Then I see him going up. The fact that the guy who declared to the whole house he will take him out, everyone by one, like 2 or 3 is still there, low-key backing Keanu all the way just for that. And I hate myself for that. I mean, it's aura, right? You telling everyone, hey, I'm going to fucking end all your games, and then you're still there is so fucking funny. And like, y'all keep looking at him as a joke, he's still there. Like, he outlasted a lot of you. So I understand that. Did Vince say hi? Snows will be Morgan. His noms would be Morgan Ashley. Yes. Well, he was talking about a scenario where he puts up Morgan Ashley and then Ava wins the veto and takes one of them down. I think Vince has the third best resume in Keanu's mind, so Vince should absolutely want to prevent that. It's clear, like Keanu girl, you have to know that it's a lie. After everything he has seen this season, he should think it's a lie, but it's Keanu, so he's just going to believe Vince anyway. He is. And Vince, by keeping him in the game, I think Vince bought a lot of goodwill for himself. Is that how they're only talking like they're the only ones who can win the veto? Listen, this happens every season. Every season you got people acting like, oh, these two people are non-factors in comps completely. Even though there's no one left in the house that hasn't won a competition in some capacity. Who's Paul Rodriguez? Oh, they're not talking about Big Brother. They're talking about skating. They're talking about skating. Yeah. I was about to go in. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 is a GOAT game. It was one of my favorite games growing up. And Skate 3 was amazing. I haven't tried the new Skate yet, but Skate 3 I put a lot of time in university. Not Joey Rodriguez's brother. Not Joey Rodriguez. That's why I was like, what are you talking about? New Skate has a lot of AI. In what way, Astral? Seen clips of New Skate? I've seen clips as well. Voices, writing. Oh, I do not have any interest in the story for that at all. Even in Skate 3, I would just fuck around. I was super into Skate League because Rob Dyrdek started it. Rob Dyrdek of, well, now Ridiculousness fame, but not how we started. All right, wrap it up, gentlemen. What are we doing here? Because they're on the same page seemingly or acting like it, I'm over this comp. But if they were like beefing, oh, Vince won. Vince won. Vince won. Oh shit. Oh, interesting developments in the Big Brother house. Oh, that's intriguing, chat, because the questions now we find ourselves having is A, who flipped? Keanu slipped. It rhymes and it works. I thought, oh my God, you said I hate Vince, his fucking smirk, and I read that as I hate Vincel. Like you called him an incel, but his name is Vince. And I was like, dear God, what the fuck? Okay. So we are staying up all night now. Good, I took a Red Bull. I might have to drink water though, because all this caffeine, not good for the heart. Gotta, split it a little bit. So now the question becomes, he's talked a big game about putting up Ashley and Morgan. We know he's talked about putting up fucking Keanu. What does he do? I don't think he wants to be seen as in Morgan's shadow. How does he offset that? Is he actively willing to put up Morgan and deal with Morgan being upset with him and not giving him huggies? I don't know. I kind of ate with Vincel. I genuinely thought that's what was said, and then I thought, I've never heard anyone say that. You're out of here. Gross. Good night. Take care. Is one of the first Big Brother player to be HoH 3 times in a row? Yeppers. Time for a repeat week. Poor Taryn. Taryn, put the beanie back on, my friend. Put the beanie back on, Taryn. He will never ever nominate Morgan. Maybe he would backdoor her. That's the maybe. That's the maybe. Why would she touch the block? If he truly meant what he said about not wanting to be in Morgan's shadow and wanting to get rid of Morgan. But here's what I think. Here's the rub. I think he believes that Morgan takes him to final 3. I think his plan to cut Morgan would be at final 3 at the earliest, which is not much. Eviction on Wednesday. They don't know that though necessarily, right? He should not do Keanu and Morgan to guarantee one goes home. He can do Ava and Ashley and achieve the same thing by replacing with whoever doesn't win the veto. He can also choose Keanu in 4 out of 5 veto winner cases. That is optimal gameplay. Right. And also, I mean, in a way, he could just not put up Morgan and Keanu, like you said. Keanu wins the veto, uses it on somebody to force Morgan on the block. And then he's like, well, I didn't do it. So that's also possible. Vince has nominated his allies literally every time he has been HOH. I wouldn't be surprised if he puts up Morgan. This is not false. The man has not had an HOH reign where an ally hasn't gone home. So you are not wrong there, my friend. And he doesn't have a lot of allies left. So Morgan would be the ally. What I feel like he'll try to manipulate the veto so he's forced to put Morgan up. That's exactly possible. If he puts up Morgan, October conversation canceled. Frankly, Morgan most likely wouldn't be 27, but really Terran's video impression is all we're remembering about this season. That and like the fact that Adrian loved Brett a little too much. Those are the two things I'm leaving the season with. Morgan is more, and who will ever forget the HOH blind side? Oh, sorry, the eviction blind side of Riley leaving the house. That was to me a top 3 live Big Brother viewing experience moment when Riley goes out the house. Like, no matter how bad this season may have been for folk, for me, that getting that eviction episode is an all-timer moment because I genuinely thought anybody but Riley was leaving that night. Especially if Morgan wins the season, you got to go back to that night and realize that was a 5-4 vote that did not look like it was going to go Morgan's way, and she survived it. So that would be a storyline and a half. Ashley for veto, I guess. Yeah. Rachel's elimination is not Big Brother. That's the worst. I loved Riley's eviction too. We don't get that often. Exactly. Exactly, chat. The season had an all-time bad moment, but this is so far from an actual bad season. Without the Rachel removal, I think this season would feel I'd be a lot higher on this season. But that being said, I've still been very entertained throughout. So they should be worrying about jury votes and wanting Ava out. That's a great argument, and I think that should be the argument that is made. Putting up, I think the argument will be made, put up Keanu and Ava, and we could get rid of Ava. Fuck it. He has to say, I promise not to put him up initially. Yep. I mean, she should if he wants to not do that. And I don't think yeah. Vince not tied HOH BBUS record for most HOH wins in one season, right? The record? HOH Big Brother the US single season stats. 4 is the most? 4 is the most. Oh, how old is this actually? This does not go past BB17. Unless no one past BB17 has won it 4 times. Is it 5? Who's the 5th? Who won 5? Who won 5? Oh, this is counting Canada as well, right? Which, who has the record with Canada? I wouldn't include Canada if we're looking at US strictly. Yeah, I wouldn't count Canada. So I think 4 makes sense. Chelsea won 4. Chelsea got close to breaking it last year, is what I just read. Yeah, Drew Daniel, Janelle, Hayden, Rachel, Ian, Aaron, Caleb, Vanessa Russo, Steve Moses, Mickey, Cody Calafiore, Misha Tate, and Chelsea have won 4 HOH comps apiece, and now Vince joins that club with 4 comps as well. Mickey, Chelsea, and Cody all won 5 in a season. They didn't, though. This article says, like, the wiki page says 4. Yeah, for the record, Dane and Dimitris from BB Can each have 5. Or yeah, Misha Tate. I was like, who is this? And I was like, oh shit, I forgot about Celebrity Big Brother. Which, valid. I think I'm allowed to. I think we're all okay with that. If he wins final HOH, he has 5. Yep. Hell, yeah. And that's his opportunity, is to win final HOH. Is Dane the best from BB Can? In terms of what, Sora? Because if it's like in terms of win, I would still have Kevin Jacobs higher. Is it possible for him to win a 5th? Or is the last one technical HOH? No. It's possible to win 5th because if he wins the final HOH, it counts. It counts. Best overall player? I think Kevin Jacobs. I think Kevin Jacobs had a very impressive game. I think Dane had a very impressive game. But I think Kevin had way more adversity than Dane did, in my opinion. Yeah. But I think both are elite. Have you made a BB winners ranking? I haven't, Tommy, because I don't trust my memory to be accurate enough to do it. Like, for example, when Taryn puts out a list, it's like, it's got a lot of thought. He can back a lot of it. For me, some of it would be off vibes, you know? New fear unlocked. Ava throwing Ashley under the bus with her talk about taking out Morgan and Vinny. Oh, to Ava. And Ava and Vince talked about doing a final 2 also. Which, again, it's Vinny the lip. The man could just be giving lip service to stay safe if someone else won HOH, right? So, have I been watching Peridium's recent list? Thoughts? What is the most recent one he did? I admittedly have not, Sally. Morgan and Vince don't have to move out of the HOH room. They don't. They've kept it. They've kept it straight up. And now... Morgan gets an HOH basket. Vince gets an HOH basket. Oh, it's a BB winner ranking. Okay, nice. I haven't seen his list though. Traders Canada is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I just already can picture the chaos that's going to come from that. There's 3 parts so far. Damn. Okay. Vince definitely going to figure it out when. With this letter, we'll see. I wonder who Vince will be getting a letter from this time. Yeah, so he got one from his mom last time. He got one from I don't know if he's anticipating one from Kelsey now. If he doesn't get from Kelsey, yeah, I feel like that's the sign on the door, right? Oh, true. You don't get one week 1. Gotcha. Taryn's saying this feels like Keanu's time to go. I mean, are you going to get another chance to do it? You know? Are you going to get another chance to do it? Then that's if he loses veto. Like, if Keanu loses both comps and then is on the block, do you just have to go for it at that point? You have to ask yourself that. Just Canada is so hype, I can't wait. When is the cast preview on RHAP? We're not going to be doing cast preview. But I am very excited. Wait, what did you say, Ben? So Vince's resume looks better than Morgan's after this week if he takes out Keanu actually. No, because I think people will still say, I think he has recognized one thing proper. And that one thing is that people will be giving Morgan credit for his moves. I think the fact that he put up Lauren made it look like Morgan gets what she wants, and Kelly said as much, which Kelly saying it doesn't give it any validity, but it just means that other people would have already seen it and feel that way. And if Kelly goes in and goes like, yep, he was going to get out Lauren, and then I went out. So I think it only has worked against him. Yeah, Keanu's going to be like, this pathetic man got convinced. Yeah, social game is separate from resume in my mind. Oh, I see what you mean. You mean like we're talking comp wins. 4 HOHs and 4 HOHs and a battle blockbuster versus 1 HOH and 3 vetoes. Right? Did I know Morgan's a professional gamer? I did. She's my colleague, don't you know? How come you and Annabelle aren't doing Casper for Canada? Well, Annabelle's not the one that's going to be covering Canada with me. That's Scally. We're not doing it because there isn't much to preview when there's not a lot to know about half the cast. We know like a total of 6 of them, and then the rest we don't know. So it's more of a, I don't want to do a preview where it's like, oh, we don't know half of these. It's basically us talking about 6 people that we know well. So we're just going to wait till the season drops, and then we'll kick it off from there, you know? Just a meme. I know. I was simply talking comp wins. Yeah, Morgan crushes his social game, and even if a little behind on comp wins, wipes the floor with him. Right. I mean, I've always, and this is kind of stupid maybe, but for some reason I've always valued HOH wins as more than veto wins. I think it's a combination of there being more people you're competing against earlier on that you have to win it against versus veto being a 1 out of 6 chance, you know? I think also the HOH having the power to nominate people and get rid of people, I think I've always valued more than just like the veto, where veto is you keeping yourself safe or taking one person off of the block. So agency wise, it's not been as powerful, but I do think in the recent years, I've changed my tune a little bit to the veto. I think the veto is a powerful tool to yield if you can have it. But I still think HOH is more valuable to me, weirdly enough. Lone, can you link that? What is the collab? Who do you want to be the traders in the new season? What of Canada? I feel like I would like to see Venus in the turret or in the conclave. Venus and Kevin Jacobs would go dummy hard. I would love that. I just feel like Omer, I love Omer, but if Omer's a traitor, he's going to get taken out early. Actually, do I think that? I don't know. I just think Omer's going to provide us chaos as a faithful, and I want more chaos than I want him to be our traitor, you know? Chaotic, exactly, Manic. That's exactly what I'm thinking. After watching Archie Blood on the Clock Tower, I think Omer would be... Yes, exactly. Omer's on traders. I didn't know. Wow. Yeah, Omer, Kevin Jacobs, Venus, and Ty from BB Can 11 are all on traders season 3 of Canada. And Dom from The Mole. If Vince aims at Morgan, he better not miss. And that man will not be doing that. Because if the worry of him missing is too much. That's so exciting. It really is. Wasn't Dom on Perfect Match? Yeah, but he was on The Mole first. And that's what I know him from. Give me a mod on traders. The man would be so indecisive at the round table. It would go so sideways so quickly. I understand that part, Tomster, but he would still have to put her up and then listen to her for a couple of days. And that's assuming that she's sitting on the block next to Ashley. If she's sitting next to one of Ava or Keanu, that tide could shift. Ty's BB game was straight up traitorous. Yes. The concern would be if they make Ty a traitor. I want to see him on choosing who to kill in the turret. Oh my god. I think Vince puts Keanu up first or as a backdoor. I think the most diplomatic, easiest thing for him to do is to put up Ava and put up Ashley, and then claim that like if Keanu's not on the block, he might not go like clutch on it or whatever which is not true. And then see what happens with the veto and then put up whatever his decision is to put up. That makes the most sense. Well, not backdoor, but like post veto nom him when it looks like, you know, once you have all the results. It's kind of like making a bet after you know what number it's going to land on versus doing it beforehand. And waiting for the veto at final 5 makes the most sense, especially when he already doesn't rate Ashley or Ava. So he's like, they're probably not going to win. So let me just see what happens and then decide. Ava Ashley noms will get argued against by Morgan because she'll be afraid of Keanu veto. Yeah, I mean, Morgan's not going to let him do anything but Ava and Keanu. It's just a matter of will he listen to that. And then, yeah, a veto win by someone on the block would be fun to see the two of them campaign if it is Morgan and Keanu off the block. But we don't know if that's going to be the case. Ava Ashley are correct noms though for his game by far. So we would have to hope that Keanu wins the veto and use it on Ava, and then Morgan and Ashley are on the block on Wednesday. That's if you're rooting against Morgan, Tomster. Which is that what I'm hearing? At this point, I think it's in everyone's interest to get Keanu out. I think Keanu can comp out, and I think that he's been very close to winning. He just came in second in this HoH comp. Is the mastermind done? We don't know. I mean, having a knife to his face gives that impression, but if Keanu loses veto, though, it's an easy week for Vince. Right. I think so, too. Because I think that even if he thinks he can't win against Morgan, let's say, I think Vince should not be stupid enough to think that he's just going to be allowed to get to the end without winning, without Morgan there. Morgan is one person who's not going to get rid of him. You know, he just lost the final 2. He's lost many final 2s. He doesn't have a lot of final 2s left. Morgan is his number 1. I do not see this man choosing to let her go. I think he would like for her to leave. Like if Keanu had won and he could vote her out, I think he would do it. Or at final 3, I think he would do it because he'd be like, I'm sorry, but I will just lose against you kind of vibe. I don't think he gets rid of her here. Especially given that he feels like the impression is that he's been getting rid of all his allies and blah, 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 blah. Vince knows he wins second place with Morgan, and if he wins final 3, he might get first place. Exactly. And I think if you don't think Vince, the person who is the unemployed person on this season, who literally had a moment where he talked with Keanu about how, you know, to me, this matters more for the other stuff being the money. Final 5 has already unlocked a higher paycheck. So every passing placement is more paycheck. So if you don't want to think that Vince isn't going to happily take second if he can get it versus getting 5th, he gonna take second. And I think that he thinks after 4 HoH wins, I think he will think he can get there. He can do it. And I think also he might think, oh, you know, if I get rid of Keanu, I can win out. I can win the comps he's winning. That's also part of it. Will. Vince and Ava talked today about how they both want it more because money. Right. Didn't Julie say the mastermind wasn't done? The mastermind, they're getting rid of the sanctum. He's going out of the sanctum. The mastermind's going to get unveiled the finale night. I'm calling it right now, if he's getting unveiled. Vince may be unemployed, but he said he buys sushi from Erwan. No fucking shot this man. Okay, I mean, but if he's got Papa's credit card, then yes, okay. Erwan sushi prices are nuts. Okay, so at Erwan, you can get a spicy sushi Okay, a 6-piece spicy tuna crispy rice roll is $20. $20 for 6 pieces. $20. Papa's credit card, yes. Not happy that Ava's still there. I mean, same, but it is what it is, as she would say. I think he was only unemployed since like spring. Erwan is wild though. Like there's other sushi spots for sure. Can't believe I drank coffee for this. I know. I'm not opening that second energy drink until I see the feeds. Then I might do it. But I probably won't. Because already I'm like, I should just go drink water and chill out. Maybe you got a sweet severance package. That's true. That's true. I don't know his finances. I'm just going off of what he has verbalized, which is he would like to win the money. He needs the money. So if he takes out Keanu Final 5 and Morgan Final 3, all of his issues will look like he took out an ally every time. Exactly. But at that point, I think it's he's left with a winning spot, maybe. If Vince sits next to Ava Pearl at the end, what are we saying? Do we think he beats Ava Pearl? He gets Keanu's vote. I think he gets Morgan's vote. And that's if they don't feel like, I think they would recognize his game. Ava would have guaranteed Lauren. Ooh, would Ava have Lauren's vote? Interesting stuff. That Vinny the lip name will help him get the jury. I think he just needs to not be pathetic in his speeches. That show is not personal, right? I think jury will be mad once they compare notes, possibly. I think he should be ready for a fiery jury, and he should be ready to clap back, or by clap back I mean own it. If you don't own it, it might go fucking sideways. So we'll see, I suppose. Do you think he owns it? He's not shown me that he will, but Vince B should literally be Jag speech. Guys, I wanted this for 10 years. I'm pooping my pants sitting here at Final 12. Yeah, I think he could. Again, I think the options are there. He just needs to go that route and not go that, oh my God, I've been such a bitch this game and like blah, 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 blah. He needs to stand there like and say it with his groin, say it with his chest, you know, like confident, cocky almost a little bit. I think that's the way to do it. It is what a Final 5 veto was Tiny Veto. I like that for Morgan. I like that for Ashley. I don't know if I see Ava having steady hands for it. Although the Tiny Veto is with the big ass tweezer, so Keanu could have it. Keanu's got big hands. I don't know. I like Morgan for the Tiny Veto. I think Ashley can turn it on with the speech as well. Ashley having the lawyer reveal is going to be a huge ace on the hole. Because already there's people talking about how she is smarter than she's let on. I'm expecting the veto to be a bench pressing comp. I'm begging Ashley to channel her preseason interviews and ace the speech. I could see it. I say that this comp came down to two guys. So much hubris in that room. Oh, the arrogance was off the charts. My faith in Ashley's comp ability is waning by the day. She snapped with that first veto win of the season and then has been quiet, but that veto win brought her to Final 5 and maybe Final 4. Ashley would have Will, Rachel for sure. Who else? LOL. Morgan. Ooh. Does Morgan vote for Vince or for Ashley? I think she could vote for... I think she votes for Ashley. I think she votes for Ashley. And then that brings us down to... She needs what? One of Lauren, Ava, or Kelly's votes? I don't think Kelly votes for Vince. Or does she? Depends how Morgan goes out. Facts, facts, facts. Yeah. Interesting stuff, chat. We're going to have interesting scenarios here for the end game. Will Vince be friends with Morgan outside the house if Morgan votes for Ashley? I don't know. I need Ashley to lock it a little more with these end game comps. I don't think Kelly votes for Vince. That's what I feel as well. If Morgan goes out this week as the fourth nom, she probably votes Vince because that's out of his control. Yeah, that's the best case scenario, is that she leaves on Vince's HOH, but Vince did not have any choice there because automatically she got placed because of the veto nonsense. Then yeah, and he doesn't vote her out. But also, again, that's like the one way I see it. Jury won't give him credit for that then. He'd have to, yeah, you're right. You know, he has to explain it in a way that makes it look like he had agency in it. But most people will be like, yep, no, it was out of his hands. And you know he's gonna fake it to Morgan like he had no say in this to like sympathy get, you know? If Vince wants someone to mold the jury in his favor, Morgan should go out in 4. Kelly will vote for whoever the jury is not voting for. That's funny. That's so funny. The numerous 6 placers ranked on gameplay go 23 to now. Dear God, what do you think? I just know this off the top of my head. 6 placers. Sorry, you said 6 placers? Yeah, I can look that up. Or just put them in the chat. Put them in the chat for me. Who are the 6 placers? I will rank them however I want. He has to do Ava Ashley noms and take her out by his hand. I don't think a Keanu veto makes sense. That's if he wants the credit for it, right? Tiffany, Michael, America, Angela, Lauren. Lauren's last. For me, Lauren's last. Tiffany, Michael, America, Angela. What am I ranking them on, you may ask? Let's say it's it's an entertainment factor for me, right? I think Michael is 5th for me. Then I have, I feel like Tiffany's moved. Tiffany used to be number 1. I don't know if Tiffany's still number 1. But I could go Angela, America, Tiffany, or Angela, Tiffany, America. That's kind of where I'm at. But I know Lauren and Michael are my 5th and 4th, respectfully. Wonder who's Littleby from? I assume family again. On gameplay? Nah, we don't do that. Entertainment factor. Or who I would like to see play again, type shit. Daniel Reyes, technically a 6th placer. Yeah, but this specifically, we're talking about the last, like, since BB23. What's the question? I wonder if Vince can make a deal with Keanu to use Vito and Ashley so he can take out Morgan with a tie. No chance. That is way too cute. I don't think this guy will plan it like that. Yeah, no, Manic. We're talking specifically from Big Brother 23 through Big Brother 27. We didn't go all the way back. It was just those 5 players specifically. Yeah, no worries, no worries. If he's coming back anytime soon, I have no idea, you know. I have no idea. My kid's fascinated by Castle on the Screen. Have you ever missed any season of Big Brother? Of course. Not since I've become a podcaster or since I found the show, but I've missed some from before I was a like fan, obviously, but not since I started, which was BB14. Not since BB14. So. I love when people ask if the feeds are coming back like we aren't working with the same info. Hey, you never know. I might have info on the inside. But I can tell you in all honesty, I do not. So I do not know. I would have assumed they'd come back by now. I'm assuming when they come back, they're showering or some shit. I don't know. But also, and this is something I'm dreading, is if they want to keep this shit fucking hidden for, if they want to hide this shit from us so that we don't see it for that eviction episode, then maybe the fees are just going to be down. But I doubt it, given that that would mean the fees are just down until Tuesday or Wednesday, which would be a lot. So I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, feeds are back. Feeds are back. Feeds are back. Right as we spoke on it. Never mind. All right. Vince is eating something and Morgan is sitting right next to him. Ashley's sitting far by the memory wall. No sight of Ava or Keanu. We have a Sunday show, yes. All right, Keanu has been spotted. Ava has been spotted. Everyone is here now. Is Vince wearing the key? Well, I've got the little fucking ad thing. There's not a direct cam on him. Do you think fees will go down before Wednesday's episode since the eviction is not live? It's entirely possible. It's entirely... Actually, I would bet on it. Yes. All right, we getting one-on-ones. What are we doing? They're calling a pressure cooker. I'm gonna die. We have to just move past it because they're gonna keep doing it. Yeah, he's wearing the key, by the way. Whoever was asking. Yes. This was a no-way pressure cooker. No, it wasn't. But they're gonna stay saying it, so we're just gonna have to make our peace with it, chat. Sadly. Oh. Ashley was about to say at minimum how much he's made, and they were like, don't say it, don't say it. You can't say it. You should take them, give them takeout food after endurance comps. Big Brother cutting corners would not surprise me ever. How much money she's made? No, how much? Yeah, by placement. Morgan called Jankiewicz, but everyone called it pressure cooker. Lauren is the first person to win that comp she won today since Allison and BB4. What? What do you mean, Tomster? Oh, you mean first woman? I was like, how, yeah, you said first person. I was like, the fuck? There was extra money about placement past second place. Yeah, top 6, I believe. Top 6 or top 5. There's a little more money than just the stipend that you get. They were saying 5 on feeds. That's what Ashley just said, was that for them it's 5. The article she saw with the numbers before the season had 6. So. Keanu getting kept means he's snoring, which means Morgan's staying in HOH again. I don't think Keanu needed to snore for her to go back to the HOH, you know? I don't think that mattered. Just get the excuse. Mm-hmm. I know he doesn't have the have not room to sleep in. That's true. That's locked now. All right, chat. I think the comp is done. We got to see some feeds on confirmation that I will be up on Hamster Watch under seasons FAQ shows breakdown. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Icepec, for that. I'm gonna raid y'all out to Terran if that's cool with you. I'm sure it will be. So more Big Brother talk happening there for sure. So go say hello, drop some less than twos in. I'm gonna go get me a snack and park my ass back on feeds until inevitably Vince goes into the HoH room and we see what happens there. When John put his beanie back on, did he have it on during the comp? He didn't, right? See you in the morning? Of course you will. Looking forward to it, chat. Thank you for hanging out. We did it. 2 comp HOHs, no, 2 comp streams this season. We made it through both, but also both lasted like 5 minutes. So all right. Anyway, y'all take care, chat. Have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern for the stream, 11 a.m. Eastern for the live feed update.